drievoudig. Dit gaan oor 'n spiritual bike journey. Dit gaan oor 'n 3-dae stage race. En dan gaan dit oor developing trail nodes along the way. Sodat daar klein mountain bike trail areas ontstaan op die verskillende punte van die Bikamino.
We came here, we saw the landscape and we wanted to create something different. It's also key to EcoBound's sort of ethos is that we don't do just generic stuff, we want to do something different. And we came here, explored earlier this year and came up with this idea that we're developing at the moment. And part of this recce was also to get feedback exactly on how we will present it. But essentially the idea is to have a more touring, relaxed environment for guys to ride through this beautiful landscape.
Pilgrims from all over the world have embarked on Camino trails across Europe for centuries. Today, more than a pilgrimage, the Camino is an unforgettable experience and unique journey, and invites the participants to venture inward and leave the conventional world's stresses behind. The Namaqua coastal route by Camino starts with a stay at the famous Okip Country Hotel that functions as base camp number 1. Besides the amazing service, unique local cuisine and comfortable hotel rooms, each participant receives a Bikamino passport with an ID photo to be checked in at the different landmarks.
To mine, because they brought nice rocks that looked nice and it had the purple colouring in it, and that's copper. Alright, so they found it in the 1680s, and then in 1685 Simon van der Stel said, right, back up the oxen wagon, let's leave for Okip. He got here. They only started mining here in 1855. The English from Cornwall, the Cornish miners.
Meerderheid van die tyd bly ons op die groot pad. Daar is 'n paar hier in die begin, dink ek moet ons maar almal by mekaar bly en dan sal ek sê wanneer ons 'n bietjie kan ry en op en af breek.
Bikamino aims to bring something similar to the Camino culture to the wonderful South African countryside, to offer safe and open routes with the support and opportunity to learn about our country's nature, unique history and diverse cultures. The semi-desert landscape makes for a perfect backdrop to achieve this goal of the creation of the spiritual journey into oneself. The first leg is between the mining towns of Okip and Nababib through Namaqualand's Klipkoppen region, with granite boulders strewn like confetti over the landscape. Nababib is a Khoi word that means small stream. Remnants from the heydays of the mines tower over this quaint little town. The route takes us westward towards Nigramup mines and through a very impressive Scarprivier canyon that cuts so deep into the landscape that it's visible from space. Large succulents known as quiver trees, indigenous to this land, dots the countryside. The Sun people hollowed out the trunks of these trees to use as a quiver for their arrows.
Ek hoop almal het hulle paspoorte gepak, want anders is daar lelike fines. O, yes. Ek dink ons moet sommer nou begin, Jacques. Het jy 'n platsnoekie ingepak vir fines gaga?
Ek dink ons gee hulle daar bo.
Bo, okay.
Platsnoeke. Maar ons speel op Dudley vir 'n braai en hy sê ja, julle kan nie daai reefbruik gaan surf sonder platsnoek nie. Hy sê, wat is platsnoek? Hy sê kom, laat ek julle 'n bietjie vertel. Platsnoek is hierdie gatsak botteltjie OBS wat so inpas. So hy pas daar, dis in Namaqua word hy 'n platsnoek genoem. So basies hoe dit werk, voor jy in die water ingaan, knak jy jou platsnoekie en vat 'n paar slukkies en dan bære jy hom hier agter in jou wetsuit terwyl jy uitpaddel. En dan wanneer jy nou op die backline is, voor jy aan die gang raak met jou eerste brande, dan vat jy so 1 of 2 slukkies platsnoek en die foto is wat ek van Zyne geneem het op die agterkant van by die wrakke.
it's been good, this technical thing has kept my hands going, but so far so good. Loving it.
Day 1, and almost 70 kilometers later, we arrive at Nari's Namaqua retreat.
Back on this in like about 2 weeks. I think it was amazingly fun. Right now it's a little bit sore, but yes, it's beautiful. That last climb on the top, I think in summer that'll be a breaker. But now it's alright, it's hard. It was getting hot, but there's a little bit of a tailwind, so yes.
Ek gaan net sê cheers. Ek is bang vir die fights wat gaan kom vanaand om etenstafel as gevolg van route choice. Maar op die stadium is ek nog positief. Cheers. Janine is van Open Africa en sy's actually baie grootliks deel van hierdie hele konsep. Sy's van die begin af in al die meetings en sy's fantasties met die admin sover en al die logistical reëlings. So baie dankie Janine and thank you for having us. We
It's
really
a great
appreciate
big pleasure. Welcome. It's awesome having you here.
And the idea of these routes is that we establish something, a product that a tourist coming to Namaqua land can get firsthand what they can see, what they can do, where they can go. They have a route that they can follow. And they know that if they're following the Open Africa branding or the Namaqua Coastal Route branding, they're going to get a certain level of service, they're going to get a certain commitment to the environment as well as giving new entrepreneurs a leg up in the business.
So julle gaan na julle journey van leaving the mountains of the Northern Cape, going through the flatlands, dropping down Spectacle Pass is spectacular.
Ek hou van Namaqua. Spesiaal is baie rustig. En
onder gee hy nou meer die sandstreep aan die ander kant. Daar gee hy mos nou sandveld, die wit sand. Maar hier is dit nou bosveld. Want die kerel het uit die Boesmanland uit moes hy vlug en hier na toe kom. En dat was nou oorlewing daarom vir hom ook 'n bietjie vir sy skaap. Verder dat hy nie sou hy dit nie maak as hy moes in die Boesmanland gebly het.
Dadelik van gesê het van die klein blommetjies en wat albei. Dis net ongelooflik, ek ry op en ek sien die blommetjies en ek gaan 'n bietjie af toe ek weer opkom. Dis omtrent 50 meer. En soos jy ry raak net meer en meer soos die son opkom en hierdie bloedrooi in die middel van 'n klip. Dit is net ongelooflik mooi. Dit raak al hoe mooier as jy opgaan en toe en nou afkom in die rivier weer in en so nou change die landskap weer.
I think it's the ever-changing landscape. If you only look, if you drive through it, you see rocks and small little bushes. But actually, if you're observant and you travel through it, it's always changing. There's always something interesting to look at.
Eindelijk nou by die nuwe bakkie staan.
Maar jy kan.
Got it. Oh, that's a sidewall by definition.
Proper.
Hier is nou maar net vasbyt van hier af vorentoe.
We'll change. Okay, are we rolling?
Ja.
Guys in the desert. Incredible rocky terrain. Descend into this most amazing plain. Hack for like 15 proper Ks. It's like absurd.
Rob had to hollow out
a
dead fox so that we could eat. And use
just
the skin
unreal.
for shade.
Yes. You know, it's amazing when I provide good footage and then you just go every time.
I'm adding the factual stuff.
We were up there just when we went into the park. Vino came next to me and he says, are you gonna, like somebody's word, can I use the word that you say, you're not gonna us up the hill again? I said, no, we just got a bit of sand at the end. Julle oom Dudley en sy vrou kuiter vir ons vanaand, né? So dit is alles.
Daai klei was die McLachlansinne daarbo en hier staan ook 'n klei. Ook 'n klei. Dit was weer 'n ander gesin wat ook hier gebly het. So met ander woorde, die Koekfonteinplaas soos hy nou is, was 2 eienaars. Hier kom hierdie klipgedeelte af. Dit is waar die grensdraad tussen die 2 plase gewees het.
And it's not even flower season. It's out of season. It's May for Namaqua land. That's their dead season, and there's so much to see and so much to observe. And I think that is what creates that headspace as well.
A land of deathful sleep, where fitful dreams of hurrying spring scars wake swift fading flowers. A land of fleckless sky and sheer shed beams of sun and stars through days and dark slow hours. A land where sand is choked once fluent streams, where grassless plains lie girt by granite towers, that fright the swift and heaven-nurtured teams of winds that bear afar the sea-cleaned showers. The wild Atlantic, fretted by the breath of fiery gales over leagues of desert sped, rolls back and wrecks in surf's thunderous wrath on rocks that down the wan, wide shore are spread. The waves forever roar a song of death. The shore they roar to is forever dead.
Nie net ons seese mense nie, maar ook baie Suid-Afrikaners bring wat lief is vir die buitelug. Dis uitstekend. Jy sien die hele omgewing. Dis 'n hele ander perspektief as met 'n kar. Dis fantasties net.
Oh, jy het 'n glas vir.
Cheers.
Nice.
You were nominated to be sprayed.
Now lick it off you.
Oh, Dino.
Beautiful.
I've got the camera. Yeah, you're welcome. Go ahead.